Where's my dinner? She said, not now. My cows are at 23%. Well, your son's at 0%. Without, she's typing over here, she'd reach over, she'd get the phone, she'd pick it up, she'd call the Chinese place, order takeout. Don't ever give your mom a laptop. And if you do, don't get her on Farmville. Don't let her talk to people like Big Blue Fox, who got her turned on to all that stuff. Oh yes, you can find all sorts of games. You can go to shut up, shut up, shut up.
Has she ever been to the adult panel?
Let's just put it this way. One of my best friends in the world is an artist. He goes by Gideon. Mom's very fond of him. Did I ever tell this particular group about the time I caught her in that part of the art show? No? Well, I ain't gonna. I think I have to now. Even the dragon's growling at me back there. This was years ago. You know, Anthrocon's art show has that portion over here. You know, the part that's kind of behind everything. The portion that we check IDs going in. We call it the Mature Art Gallery. Midwest Fur Fest calls it the Cock Box. I'm not Midwest Fur Fest. I happened to find my mom at Anthrocon in that part of the art show. And I was horrified. I was like, Mom, you out now. You get out of here right now. Oh no, I went to look at the art. Leave me alone. I'm like, Mom, security. You're on your own, man. I'm like, look, you get out of here. I want to look at the art. Don't look at that one. Oh my God, I'm falling around like, oh God, no, you really, you really, she's like, oh. And she spoke to me the singular, most memorable line ever spoken in the history of furry fandom. She said, why do they make the penises so small? I've been meaning to have a talk with my dad about that. You know, if there's some genetics somewhere I need to know about, I'd like to, all right? Right, I probably don't. My biggest nightmare is that one day, in the far-flung future, my dear and sainted mother may eventually pass on, and she will no longer be with us. And after she passes, it's my nightmare that I'll find out. I don't want to. I guess the worst nightmare would be, before she passes, she'll tell me. That's more likely. I don't have too much time left up here.
How's the list going?
Ah, the list. I've only got up to number 6. And I left the list down there so I don't have it. Oh, wait.
God, I can do it.
I suddenly have more time. Amenity, this is Uncle Kage's Story Hour. I don't like to take too much time on stage. It's not my stage after an hour. But those of you who went to Anthrocon know how I ended my story hour at Anthrocon. I wasn't going to do that here, but I had a number of folk ask me, so I will. Last year, we lost in our fandom one of the shining stars of the furry world. Some of you might have known Lemonade Coyote, especially if you went to Indy FurCon. Lemonade Coyote, first off, his fursuit, the most delightful thing, garish, pink and yellow, very, very cute. Inside that suit was a phenomenal young man. A young man who, at the bare age of 22, he was flamingly, unabashedly gay. Funny that. But as an absolute, mincing Nancy boy, he still had the respect of the Eagle Scouts of America, who still welcomed him into their ranks. And he had the respect of his church community, a Jesuit Catholic community. This is a man who simply commands respect. Doesn't ask for it, you just have to give it to him. Just for what he was. He was an ambulance driver, an emergency medical technician working on his paramedic certification. In, I believe it was February of last year, he and his partner were killed in a very, very tragic accident in their ambulance. The ambulance was broadsided by a car driven by a woman who was unfamiliar with the area, ran a red light, and struck the ambulance, and those two very, very fine young men lost their lives. I hope I am not seen as politicizing this tragedy, and I certainly hope people don't think that I'm trying to, profit from it in any way. But I get a lot of people contacting me saying, "Oh, Uncle Cocky, it's so hard to be a furry because people make fun of me and they call me a loser and they say that I'm like a yiffin' hell fur fag and it hurts my feelings and what am I supposed to do?" Yeah, there's haters out there. There's always going to be haters out there, no matter what you do, no matter who you are. 5% of the world is going to hate you. Get used to it. It just happens, and you can't do anything about it. Next time you encounter one of these furry haters, one of these sneering, people who, of course, their lives are perfectly together, aren't they? They're completely normal, aren't they? Next time somebody looks down their nose at you and says something nasty to you that makes you feel bad, I'll tell you what. Pull out that smarty phone of yours, fire up YouTube, and show them some video footage. Show them the video footage of a black draped ambulance taking this gallant young man, this furry, through the streets of Indianapolis. Show them the entire goddamn city of Indianapolis stopping short, lining the route to say their farewells. Hundreds of thousands of people paid their respects to Lemonade Coyote, Timothy McCormick, his real name, on his final trip through the city of Indianapolis. The mayor of the city postponed the State of the City address so as not to interfere with this observance. When his body was flown back to Staten Island for his final funeral, I attended that service. I had to wait in line 2.5 hours. There were so many people who turned out to respectfully bow their heads and say goodbye to a young man who had won their hearts. This absolutely heroic young fellow, this furry. Show them that. Show them all these people and the grief that was outpoured for him, and you look in the eye and tell them to go fuck themselves. With that tirade, I thank you for your kind attention. The stage, I'm now sure, belongs to somebody else, but you've been very, very patient listening to an old man prattle on.